Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be milling up 2x8s and 2x6s at the same time. So let's get to it. I spent a little time rolling this log around. You can see it's got a little bit of a bend to it, and that is stress in the log. Anytime you see a bend, that represents stress. So I'm going to roll it around a little bit, get that stress in a position that I like it, which of course you probably heard me say before, hooks to the right. I want that bend to be horizontal on the deck with the hooks rolling to the right as much as I can. I'm going to get it lifted up, and I'm going to put those swing out bunks underneath it. Again, I do not load logs with the bunks out because you can damage the deck. So I swing them out of the way before I load a log up. Once I get the log up on the deck, if it's a long one like this one, a good 16 plus feet, then I'm going to swing those bunks back out underneath it, drop it down, check the pith, and I'm going to check the pith on both ends. Standard issue here. Just checking to see what that pith height is. Then I'm going to raise one of the other toe boards if needed to make sure the pith is centered. Check the center height of the log so I got a nice average. Drop that 1.5 inches, come back and open that first face. Once I get that flitch cut done, we roll her up 90 degrees into the side supports, clamp it down nice and tight, and away we go. Down I go to 5 5/8 of an inch. I know it's going to leave me 7 1/4 on top. No problem, run down the log, split it, no stress. You can see that it didn't pop, but just a little bit right there. That's kind of normal. Now I just take some 1-inch flitch cuts off the top to get rid of as much of the wane as I can, and then we're going to knock this down. Now, because I've still got wane on the other side, I could keep working my way down, but I like to flip it over here because I've left myself enough height but I can flip it over and then take another flitch cut out of the other side to get rid of that wane. The idea here is to reduce the waste as much as possible and to have as little wane as possible on any of the finished boards that come off the mill. So after I've rolled it up, I've got some wane on top, no problem. We'll go in there, take that first flitch cut. You'll notice this one's pretty thin. I knew that because I'm working to a specific height so that I can just knock down my 2x from here, I just took out just enough to get me to the right height that I could go ahead and start knocking down the 2x. And again, I'm making 2x8s and 2x6s at the same time. This is a really awesome way to go. Goes fast, customer needs them both. The log was big enough to give me that extra width. So we're going to get those off. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different here. And I'm just checking them, making sure, yep, that looks pretty good. We can go ahead and take that, or maybe I want to edge this one on the mill afterwards. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to kick the 2x6 cant off and get it out of the way, because I want to have a nice flat surface to put my flitch cuts up against. And I could have left it in place, but it would make it pretty wide to cut all of those flitches at once. So I just kick it off. I'll mill it off afterwards. I only have to make one cut, so I can just set it off to the side. Now, I think I've mentioned in another video that in the future, I'm just going to leave 2 boards up to run my flitches against with my side supports up a little bit, but I haven't had a chance to try that out yet. So we're still doing it the old way here. And it does work pretty well. The only difference really is that I have to finish the 2 cants off still once I get these flitch cuts done. But as soon as the flitch cuts are edged, we'll get them off the deck. And I inspect them after edging them just to make sure if there's something else I can edge down a little bit smaller, take a little more wane off and leave them at 2x6 or maybe a 2x4 if he needs them. Then I'm going to do that, get the last flitches on the deck, mill those down, and then all we got to do is finish the last cut on the 2x8 cant and then flip up the other one, get it done. That's all there is to it. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to drop another one right here for you to check out. Thanks for watching. Old Jarhead out.